Welcome back. This is still SME On Point and your money on market sense. But let's take a look more at your personal finances with your money on market sense. So rising unemployment and debt levels are putting a strain on consumers' finances. Adopting better money habits will enable you as the consumer to cope with tough economic times. Financial advisors are calling on consumers to tighten their belts and spend money wisely. They say now know the difference between needs and wants. We've also invited Kagisho Mahura, who's the director at Gradidge Mahura Investment, to chat to us about how you can tighten your belt and conduct your finances much better. Kagisho, thank you so much for joining us on Your Money on Market Sense. Give me a sense of what you're seeing on the ground with people that come to your offices about how their finances have been affected with us going back to level 2, level 1 of the lockdown.
Good afternoon, Diabo, and good afternoon to your viewers as well. Firstly, I want to say that our hearts go out to all the people that have lost their jobs over the last couple of months, and who also those who have to suffer some salary cuts. Diabo, to answer your question, there's a couple of things that we're seeing with people that are coming to our office after they've been retrenched. The first thing I want to point out is when you're going to manage your money over the next period of time, you've got to look at both sides. You've got to look at where you can get more money and where you can spend less money. Okay, so often what we find is that people are fairly distressed when they come and see us.
Right.
People are fairly despondent. People are not feeling like continuing with kind of day-to-day stuff. So, and this generates a couple of problems. So the first one I want to point out is if you've been retrenched now, okay, it's very important that you try and stay as rational as you most possibly can. So two areas where most people are losing out on money or are going to lose out on money going forward because they're being despondent is on the taxes side and on the URF side.
Right.
Okay, so those are the two areas where you can actually get money back.
Okay, how so?
So what do I mean? Let me give you an example. For instance, you've been working for since March, and let's say you get retrenched now in September.
Right.
What was actually happening for those 6 months is that you were being taxed as if you were going to work for 12 months. Are you with me? So
That's
what you've
correct.
actually done, so if you don't earn any income between now and end of February next year, you would actually have paid more tax than you should have paid. So what you should be doing next year is making sure that you actually submit your tax return.
So you can get that money back.
Yes, you can get that money back because people get despondent, they get very upset, they don't submit their tax returns, and they lose out on money. And it can be significant. I'll give you an example. If somebody earns 30,000 Rand, so by end of September, they would have paid about, let's say, 33,000 Rand in tax.
Right.
When actually what they should have paid is about 15,000 Rand in tax. So you've actually got a potential, you should have paid about 18,000 Rand in tax. So you've got about 15,000 Rand that you can get from the taxman next year if you submit your tax return. You see? And if you don't, it becomes a double whammy. Not only don't you get your money back, you're going to get penalized for not submitting your tax returns and paying interest to the taxman. So we understand that it's quite hard, but please try and stay rational and try and submit your tax return so you can get your money back.
Kagisho, I'm hoping that we can talk about two other issues while I still have you here. I know that I don't have a lot of time with you. The issue of insurance expenses, right? How does one scrutinize those better so that you don't find yourself overpaying? And also, how can I reevaluate my expenses, particularly entertainment? Those can get quite out of hand.
No, absolutely. So in fact, what we say to most of our clients that come, because most people want to just cancel their insurances, and we say just be careful because it is actually at this point where you don't have money that if something bad happens to you, that you're going to need the insurances that you've just cancelled. So what we say to our clients is scrutinize them, reduce them if you have to, but don't willy-nilly go and cancel them because this is probably the worst time for you for something to happen to you and you don't get it. And you don't get insurance actually payout that you've been paying for many years. On the entertainment side, it's actually quite important to realize that there's a lot of money we spend on entertainment that is unplanned for. So we're saying to our clients, we're not saying don't entertain yourself, just plan better. If you're saying to yourself that we as a family are going to spend 1,500 Rand on entertainment, then you get disciplined. The whole family must know that, and everybody sticks to it. If the 1.5 is done, there's no takeouts, there's no going out to movies, everybody as a family commits to the numbers to take you through this difficult time that you find yourself in.
So it becomes like, be disciplined. Unfortunately, Kagisho, this is all I have time with you for today. But thank you. The tips that you have given us today, I'm going to practice them as well. And I hope that our viewers at home have taken note of that. Of course, this will be uploaded on the SABC YouTube channel later today, where you can learn about all the tips that Kagisho Mahura has shared with us on how to manage your finances better.